Good morning. What's that? Oh, it's a birthday card for my son. That's what that is. All right, math. Classifying quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals is one of those words you'll never use in real life because we usually refer to four-sided figures as their actual names, which you will find on this page. The one we all know, let's start with down here, the square. All the sides, it's a regular quadrilateral, means all the sides are congruent, and there's four right angles. Rectangle over here, again, four right angles, but only, they're not all four sides the same. It has two pairs of congruent sides, top and bottom, side and side. Trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides, top and the bottom are parallel. Parallel means they go in the same parallel. They're going side by side. They'll never meet. Not parallel, boing, eventually they'll hit each other, right? So a trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides and the other are not. And then the angles are all a mess. Parallelogram, two sides are parallel, just like a rectangle, just like a square. Two pairs are parallel, but the angles are different. There's two sets of congruent angles, but they're not all the same. And then what's our last one? A rhombus. What the heck is a rhombus? It is a parallelogram with all four sides congruent, apparently. They're all the same side. But it's like a square that you go, nyeh. Think of a square and go, nyeh. And that's a rhombus. Rhombus. All right. Guided practice. Describe number 1, page 930. Describe the attributes of the quadrilateral below, then classify the quadrilateral based on its attributes. Well, it's got all the angles the same. You can see that they're all right angles, and it's got two pairs of congruent sides, but they're not all four congruent. So that is a rectangle. Oh, I told you the answer. I wasn't supposed to tell the answer. Oops. Number 2, the design below is made up of a repeating quadrilateral. Describe the attributes of the quadrilateral, then classify. The quadrilateral has four congruent sides. It has four congruent sides. They're all the same. Opposite sides are opposite sides are what? That's a good question. I don't know what they're trying to ask me there. I would call that a rhombus. A rhombus, because all four sides are the same, and yet there are no right angles. Independent practice. Describe the attributes of each quadrilateral, then classify the quadrilateral. Number 3. Which one is number 3? You're going to have to be turning back to page 929. A lot is my guess. It's got two pairs of congruent sides. They're not all congruent, and it has no right angles. So therefore it's got two sides that are parallel. Exactly. Number 4 is that it's got all four sides the same, but there are no right angles. So therefore it is a exactly. 5. Circle the quadrilaterals that have all the attributes of a parallelogram. Well, a parallelogram has two pairs of equal sides. That's it, right? A rectangle has two pairs of equal sides. A rhombus has two pairs of equal sides. A square has two pairs of equal sides. Trapezoid does not. Trapezoid just can be any weird, crazy thing. So I think you could circle all 3 of those. 6. Circle the quadrilaterals that have all of the attributes of a rhombus. A rhombus is a parallelogram that with four sides are congruent. What else has four sides that are congruent? A square. Not a rectangle, because rectangles have different length sides. That's why they're long and... That's not a rectangle. This is a rectangle. Phone rectangle. Two pairs. This side and this side are the same, but they're not all the same. Trapezoid? No. Trapezoid's the weird one in the family. Only one pair of equal sides. Parallelogram? Yeah, parallelogram is also similar to a rhombus. State whether the following statements are true or false. False. Explain why. All parallelograms have opposite sides, congruent and parallel. Since rectangles are parallelograms, all rectangles have opposite sides, congruent and parallel. I think I need to drink more coffee for this before this one. Since rectangles are parallelograms, all rectangles have opposite sides, congruent and parallel. Well, that's true. It's true. A rectangle, they're all parallel. It's just that they're parallel with a right angle. So that's true. 8. All squares have four congruent sides. Since rectangles are squares, all rectangles have four congruent sides. Wait a second. Rectangles are squares. Right? There's a difference between a square and a rectangle. So that one is false. Number 9. Many aircraft display the shape of the American flag as shown below to indicate motion. Classify the quadrilateral. What kind of quadrilateral is that? Again, look back on your page, on that page. Page 929. Which one is that? Number 10. Adana uses a quadrilateral. You know, I'm just going to give you the answers this time. Instead of having 2 videos. That's a parallelogram. Number 10. Adana uses a quadrilateral in her art design. The quadrilateral has no sides congruent, and only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Classify the shape of the quadrilateral she used. Okay, it's the weird one. It has no sides that are congruent. There's one pair that's parallel. Which one is that? The weird one. What's the weird one? What's the weird one? I'm pointing at it right now. Trapezoid. Number 11. Tracy planted 2 tomato gardens. One garden is rectangular. The shape of the second garden has all the attributes of the rectangular garden. In addition, it has 4 congruent sides. Classify the shape of the second tomato garden. Explain. It has 4 congruent sides. All the sides are congruent. And like a rectangle, it has right angles. What has 4 congruent sides? Square. Number 12. Draw a parallelogram that is neither a square, rhombus, nor rectangle. Explain how you determined your parallelogram. Alright, that's up to you guys. Draw a parallelogram. I see one on the top of the page on 9. That's a parallelogram. Number 13. How do I classify quadrilaterals using their attributes? Include a real-world example. Oof. Alright. My shape of my phone is a rectangle because it's got 2 pairs of congruent sides and they're all right angles. Do I have any trapezoids lying around the house? I do not have any trapezoids lying around the house. Don't sweat too much on that one. Alright, you guys. So this section, only important. What all you need to do is just this is the important page. This is the important page. Square, all 4 sides the same. All 4 sides have right angles. Rectangle, 2 pairs are the same. All have right angles. Trapezoid, nobody's the same, and 2 pairs are parallel. They never meet each other. Like an equal sign. Parallel. Parallelogram. This one here is the parallelogram. It's got 2 pairs of parallel sides. Parallelogram, but the angles are not right angles. And then what's the last one is the rhombus. Rhombus, funnest name of all. 4 sides are the same, but no right angles. It is a square that's been squished. So that's it. All you need to really know is just kind of learn these 5 words: rhombus, parallelogram, square, rectangle, trapezoid. All you gotta work on today. That's it. All right. See you later.